Yellow Card was my first acting job when I was still quite new in the film industry. I met Andrew Whaley, and he decided, I was a fit for the character of a crooked soccer agent. And that has become a recurring theme in the parts that I'm offered in film. I'm generally crooked something, crooked soccer agent, crooked businessman, crooked husband. I'm going to create a role for myself where I play a nice guy, a mfundisi, a pastor, or something like that, or even a superhero. I think I need to create something to take myself out of that typecast of a villainous character. So anyway, Andrew came. And, he's like, okay, I want you to do this thing. And again, I resisted. I really resisted the job of acting. But anyway, I got it and played that part. It was a big film. Yellow Card was a big film, with, proper film cameras and back in the days of big budget films. So it was done under Media for Development Trust. And I remember feeling like I wanted to play the character differently. That when I approached Tiane, the young soccer player, I'm very fast talking, Hey, Tiane, you want to play soccer, right? And I felt that the guy should have been slow, man. Just, Tiane, you want to play soccer, right? Just like that, he's not hurried. But that's the thing about actors and directors. A director has his vision sometimes. And a lot of times in my directing now, I always try to allow as much of that person's character into my character. And a lot of times even switch the script around to fit my actor's character traits that can feed into that, because then they can play that character more comfortably. But anyway, that's the character that I played in that film. And I remember being nervous because, again, the first time seeing yourself on screen, and I thought I was done with acting then, But it turned out different. In Gaza, I play a very mean-spirited, a very possessive husband. And I had wanted to put somebody else to play that character. But the people who know me said, dude, this is you. Right, so Gringo, I think that was like my first comedy drama movie. And, came to my house with the script. Actually, I still have that script that he came with. And he said, look, read, let's see what you think. I read 5 pages. And I was like, I'm in.
Kuti newspaper taituma unotenga newspaper kusensen toenda mline tonotenga, but inini I would follow more cartoons wayo a Gringo pera ndiri mudiki, saka aingodinakidza ari ndichaverenga in fact I remember the other time takanenge ka drama so tiri vana vadiki, inini ndini Gringo, iwewe ndiwani, tichiita kadrama zvatengono munewspaper. Yes, saka zvakazongouyo kuti ndakuacta naGringo, I think zvakabva zvazongoclicka because zvanga kakatuni keke kangagara kakandipinda, ndichingokafarira ndichiverenga and I would read. Every time ndabata newspaper pandinonovhura ikatuni ya Gringo, pampaina Gringo namagaisi here ameno tumakatuni itwotutu. Saka ndo tunhu twandainyanya followa stereki pa newspaper.
because it's Enoch's gift is being able to look at this big world and compartmentalize it. So, yes, he's dealing with comedy, but his mind is so structured that you look at a script that is written, you cannot poke holes in it. A lot of people, you can say, but this is a throwaway scene. You can't do that with Enoch's work.
Ndakashanda na Enoch. Enoch munhu ari very simple and down to earth. Even pakuacta kwataita haangasiri munhu wekuti abva zviratidza kuti ndini muridzi wenyaya, ndini writer, ndini unotozoti papaema kunzwa Enoch Chihombori, wozoverenga unoti story by Enoch Chihombori, but haasi munhu wekuti anonga achida kuzikanwa kuti ndini writer, ndini ndakazokreta, ndini ndakadai. No, was a very humble man, very simple man. Even pataiacta naye anga ine role yakewo yaaitoita zvokuti kana pamunenge muchita nadirector anenge haumbofunga kuti ndiye, right? Very easy and simple, akangodaro. Saka munhu anochitoshandika naye.
So, he came, he's like, let's do this. And then, we roped in Maichi Dawaenzi, whom I had worked with on Studio 263 before, and Enoch's brother as well. And my thing about Gringo was that I wanted to make a film that people could just enjoy without at any point thinking, what's wrong with the sound there? And what's wrong with the picture over there? And just something without any technical shortcomings, because the script was already good by itself. So it was, with the tools that we had, we wanted to make something excellent technically. So, I think we budgeted, 14 days of shooting. And we laughed. We laughed, we laughed throughout. It was, working with Lazarus Bora. He's a natural comedian. We had a good time making that film.
How the crew was moving, Yangairi, a sort of combination. Mbudzi, Gringo, Gweshegweshe, the late, it gives me a sorrow memory. We lost quite a number of Angawari, so creative.
Yeah, because from the newspaper, the character was very funny. That's why I would follow on every paper that I get hold of. Because character actually on newspaper mom. Yanga ngori character ngori funny inakidza. Saka now I think actually vanhu vakatsvanga actor Lazarus Bora vakange vatonyatsoona anobva aitonge zveshuwa munhu paainyora achidrowa newspaper muyeme kunge aitonyatsoziva kuti kuchabuda munhu anenge Lazarus. Saka yakuzobuda mutv handimuna musiyano wakange uripo, because munhu wavakaona ainyatsokwana paposition iyoyo yemunhu aibuda panewspaper. apa manje zvinenge zvakuwedzera manje neaction panewspaper inenge ngori katunika zvinapa Gringo aibva azonyatsoisa action to salt and pepper so zvokuti waibva wazonyatsonzwa kunakidza manje kwenyaya yacho chaiyo manje yaibva yanyatsobuda yese sezvairi. Makada kuzvitarisa kuti tichanyatsowana here munhu anenge Lazarus because position iyoyo inonetsa but I think kunogona kuwanikwa vanhu vakaita saiye anenge mwana wake. Inini I think mwana wa Lazarus uyoyo ka given a chance is more of his father. That one is a photocopy ya baba wake. Saka I think given a chance yekuti abotraya inini I think anozvikwanisa.
Asi chinhu chakanditi rwadze kana kuti chinototibate ndepekuti pana Troublemaker it took us 1.5 years to build that program with the help of our producer Ben Mahaka. Ben Mahaka is so talented whereby he doesn't want junk movies. He wants the reality. And he's a man of delivery. Wherever delivery aita, any movie ataita, you could see that this person is serious. And the kanata say to become so serious. I think, since near Troublemaker, young, tiner window now. Tatiner window na zakanyanyisa zokuti if it was not tragic ya koma Lazarus Bora ya Gringo would have done quite a number of my highlights, but as far as we are concerned ndiri kuziva kuti pane rwendo rwatishada kuti tione kuti tiendere mberi no matter hayo kunyange yakaitwa pirated asi atingapisimba nekuti mazara mapete.
We had a good time making that film, and we didn't make any compromises. I remember we fired somebody on set because they failed to deliver. When they'd arrived to shoot, we said, sorry, you're not giving us the emotion we need, and we got somebody else. We finished, we gave somebody the film to edit, and they edited it. I looked at it, I wasn't happy. So after working on directing it, I sat for a couple of months to edit this film. And we finished it. We wanted to go into the movie house. And so, we did, the whole digital master, talked to to Stay Kineko, to Rainbow, got it in there. And people started watching. And then one day, a guy from Rainbow called us and said, hey, you know what? I saw somebody with a copy of the film on the street. Scrambled to try to stop this leak. It was a high quality copy of this film because it had come from the movie house. And, we realized that, certain people in the police were in on this piracy thing. Certain people within the anti-piracy world were in on this piracy thing because we did a raid in Bari where these things are sold openly. And when we went to the cop station, I remember at that time the officer in charge said to me, my pink slip. I say, but it's not their stuff, it's my stuff. This is my intellectual property. And, some guy from anti-piracy came, and the guys who were selling the say, what are you doing here? Don't we pay you every month? It was a painful experience for all of us. Because, when people can boldly go and sell your property out in the open, they're not hiding. You realize they're protected. And you, as the person who created this thing, have no protection, you have no recourse. So we have anti-piracy laws, but they are very difficult to enforce, especially when those in law enforcement are also engaged in the process of stealing your intellectual property. They're benefiting from this theft. So Gringo was everywhere. People loved it. But those of us who made the film didn't make anything out of it. You know, I mean, we had one guy in England there sell the film to Mnet. I get a message from somebody in Kenya. It's like, you know, you made this film, it's great. You know, I'm calling Enoch, you sold the film. And he's like, no. But all these things, you know, we never got the money back. Recently, you know, I went online and, you know, I typed in Gringo, troublemaker. And I see all these channels. And I wrote those people, guys, you didn't contribute anything to this. You've got 90,000 views. You didn't, can you please take it down? They ignored me. So I wrote to YouTube, can you please take this thing down? Because actually, I'm a producer, director, editor of this thing. And I don't know this person. And those, you know, I felt, of course, the cat was already out of the bag. They'd already made this money. But when I had courteously written to them to say, guys, you know, this is like saying to a thief, please, it doesn't work. They won't return it. They look at you with contempt. So had them remove it. I put the film on my channel. And fine, it's not generating the same kind of interest because it's an old film. But I felt like it was a process of redress for me, just fixing a wrong, even though it's long overdue.
Asi I hope mafungira atiri kuita kuti in Troublemaker series we want to soldier on toda kuenderera mberi nerwendo because rwendo ruripo but runoda sponsorship. Only sponsorship ndio imwe inotita drawback muno muZimbabwe. Saka tichitokumbirisa kuti to those business people, the more vana vedu vakaitwa entertained and they see the light, the direction yekuona kuti upenyu hwevanhu tinogara sei, tinofana kuita sei, yese violence inenge pasina because munhu wese anenge ari focus to culture here and there. Saka ina hangu ndine chikumbiro chihombe chokuti the talent is there but inoda kuitwa tapped, inoda kuti tisumudzire vana kuitira kuti future yedu yeZimbabwe we can export. Tinge tivakuonawo kuti ndo zvatinoita kwedu kunyimusha. Saizvozvi we import mafilms ekunana South Africa, toimport mafilms ekunana America, ekunana Ghana, ekunana Nigeria. Why not ours kuti dzinge dzichiita ikoko? Ndo zvimwe zvatine chikumbirisa izvozvo kuti kune those vanokwanisa kuti vasponze kana kuti vanokwanisa kuti vatibatsire, we are tinokumbirisa kuti vatibatsire because zvirongwa zvekufadza nyika zvakazara. Tinazvo chinhu chatingochema chete isponsorship.
The lessons there are that you really need to understand your markets. What we should have done is, the moment we finished making that film, we should have made DVDs. Maichi Davaenzi, I think, had 10 DVD burners. You know, those 11 bay burners. We should have made our DVDs and gone out and sold. The way that Joe Nchago, if you want to learn about protecting your intellectual property in Zimbabwe, you talk to Joe. Because he's been involved in all these projects where nothing leaked. He maintains ownership of that property. If he's got a screening, he goes and he sticks that thing in and it plays, and then he pulls it out and he goes with it. And we've seen what happens in Nigeria, how they are racing against the pirates. I think we were naive to think we could go and have this film run in the movie house, in the cinema, and these pirates who make money out of nothing will just sit there and say, there's this popular film, we're just going to watch it and ignore it. They wouldn't. I mean, they're protected. So probably they were told, go and get that thing because we need to make this money. Yeah, so you need to have a global view of the market and understand where the weak points are and how to address those. We should have gone straight to DVD.
Quite a number of people vakandita approach. Takambotraya mwana wacho mukomana, he can come up and try kuti aite fit in his father's shoes. But not exactly. I think any part of it anokwanisa kuita. Then another character imwe ndakangoita discover kuchitunguizawo. There is another person. Mvano wache, ndiwo characters atikwanisa kuita tap in. I do hope kuti if a sponsorship is found and multiple such a blustering support, definitely tinovawana, but hatizokwanisa kuwana the exact, but tinowana vanenge vari munzira dzachona.